Which of these 5 things does this player need to work on to get better results? Does he make mistakes in his attack? Is he passing the ball poorly? Or rushing the attacks? Or is it his defense, pulling them out of position maybe? Should he use L1 triggers? Join me in analyzing his gameplay. Hey man, welcome back. I appreciate you watching. So this player asked online, I think it was on Discord last week, if someone could analyze his game, and I took it upon me to do so. I think it might be a fun bit of content if we as a community look together at like what someone could be doing better in the game. Maybe we should just get into it. So the first bit, I had a look at the gameplay, typical attack over the wings, and then it's the choice that you make. I would say recycle the ball here, but instead of that, you just turn back and you lose the ball. I mean, it happens. It happens. But a little bit more patience in the attack would be good. Here's the same example. There's so many options where you could pass to that are uncovered at a better position to receive the ball versus the guy, the striker, where you pass the ball into. I think if you take a little bit more time in the attack, this could be a better result. It's an R1 pass, and I think it would be offside, wouldn't he? Or barely. And then the defender only has to walk up and he gets the ball, he intercepts the ball. This is nice. Roberto, what? Hold on, what's Roberto doing there? Why are you pulling him out of your defense for no reason? He's all the way back here. This is good. He kicks it out of play. And then you should leave him in place, man. That's just, there's such a gap now here. There's 4 against 3, and then your CB is leaving a gap there. So if you look back at it, then we have Van Dijk. If you switch at this moment to Van Dijk, then Van Dijk can just walk back in and close that gap, just like the guy did in the first attack. Right now, because you're chasing him with Gabriel, he's out of position to capture the ball there. And then, well, a nice save. But you're out of position with Van Dijk. If you switch earlier to Van Dijk, I think if you pull him back, you could just close that gap. So before Luis Diaz passes the ball, you should already switch to Van Dijk. And here, this is a good attack. Your patience. He doesn't press the ball. Your opponent is very patient. So you're patient too. I like it. You take your time, pass it around. This is much better than the first example where you pass immediately into the striker. So you took that into account. And now you're looking for the opponents, for the opening. And there you go. You're through and it's a goal. Nice goal. So this is second half already. Yeah. Okay. So you're pulling out Van Dijk. First you're overcommitting with your midfielder, who's at De Bruyne. And then now you become Virgil van Dijk, and then you step in. So Gabriel's going to come back, and he's going to get the pass. So he's going to be on one side of Van Dijk. It doesn't matter which way, but you switch a bit late to Gabriel again, and then yeah, the guy's through. And then look at your goalie. You're moving your goalie. Look at your trigger, and so you're pulling a gap for the goalie. So your opponent, he's a good player, and he sees you move, and he just takes the short angle, the short post. So you pull yourself out of position. You want to cover this pass, but if you switch earlier to this guy, and you let your goalie do his job, yeah, just leave your goalie to it, man. You pull your goalie out of position, that's going to be a goal against. Because if you leave your goalie at that position, there's a higher chance that he actually gets that ball, right? It's easier scoring first post, near post, than maybe make it, especially with the left foot for Luis Diaz. So if you make that a trivela or whatever, that's harder to do than just a simple tap in at the near post. So you give yourself better chances just leaving your goalie where it is. In this attack, there's a big gap midfield. You see where your CDMs are or your CMs are, Zidane and De Bruyne. Maybe you L1 trigger them and you can pull them up to kind of get them involved in the attack. Because before then you have there's 4 players here up front. in the box. There's 3 of them, and they're waiting for your pass, but they're all covered. And then the CDMs are low. So where are your CMs? Why are they not pushing up? So I'd say maybe give Zidane a box-to-box, or put him as a shadow striker so they can walk in as a cam, or just a box-to-box CM. So he covers a little bit more ground and can help you in attack. This is all nice. You can do that with the L1 trigger too, by the way. Now you're nice and patient again. You see he tries to be patient, but he overcommits, and then that's a nice goal, man. Along the side, and look at your midfield again. There's a huge gap and your people are covered in front. A long cross could have been an option, but I would say just recycle the ball. Just turn back and recycle the ball. And now we go to Zidane. He's covering, who's that? The striker. This is the pass you want to cover. You want to cover him receiving the ball, but you overcommit and you keep covering until his right winger is covered by Zidane. But now already he cannot pass to the striker anymore. So you have a player at the right winger. Your left back is there. Say Roberto. So Zidane should stop there, and then he's too late to cover that gap. And now there's a huge gap in midfield because you pulled your CM out of position to press where you didn't need to. And then you're even too late because you see the B button is only pressed after the ball has already passed Zidane, see? So you kind of panic and overcommit. So I would say just leave him be and cover the most dangerous man and leave the rest be. And here's something again I see. If you look at your controller, you become Van Dijk, but you keep walking the wrong direction a few steps, and then the gap's big enough. So you switch from Gabriel to Van Dijk, and your trigger is still pointing the other direction, so you should just move up. That's fine. Because now you need to be in between. You're almost there anyways with Virgil. You need to be in that shot. And yeah, it's a little bit unlucky. So 70th minute, and there's again a big gap. Now only is where your CMs come up a little bit. So yeah, I would change to a box-to-box maybe for Zidane. He can only sit and wait low and wait for your mistake now. So and then there's a good counter. Yeah, here is you switch to De Bruyne by L1 trigger. So that's, you should do the right stick switching here to make sure you become Van Dijk immediately. And now Van Dijk turns an odd direction. That's just, yeah, that's a bit odd. I think you're a bit unlucky there. But then you do the same. You just open the gap for the goalie. And he's smart. He pushes it in short. Look at that. He doesn't even aim for the long corner. You're just opening up the box, man. So that's 2 goals that you could have kept out. And again, your midfielders stay behind. I would want someone to go box to box. Zidane can do the box to box thing and just help you in attack. But a nice goal anyways. Now he's getting restless because it's 75th minute. He needs to hurry up. And you need to start taking your time like what you did in the beginning. Yes, this. Yes, now your defenders are there too. And then, boom. Oh! Oh, such beauty. Turn. And he gives you the opportunity. Because he's overcommitting with his defender. You see, he's pulling him out of position, biting, and then biting again. And you do this really well on the ball. You're really good with it. Yeah. And there's 2 chances already, and now you take him. Yeah, nice. Well done. Nice goal. So that's 6-4 in the 80th minute. You should just recover the ball and take your time with the attack. No rush, no run. Keep it in the clear. You're 6-4 leading. Don't go for that pass into your striker immediately. Here as well, you're panicking now with Van Dijk, right? Van Dijk, you're stepping out with Van Dijk, and then you're pressing the B to tackle him while you're not near the ball. So that's just leave Van Dijk where it is. Neil Guides has a good video on that where he explains how to leave your defenders in place and what the only task is that you need to do with your defenders. This, what you did with Gabriel, that's what they are for. Just leave them where they are and step in, and don't make it harder than it is. Oh, nice goal, man. Nice through ball. So that's 7-4, 5 minutes. Again, you're overcommitting with your right back. So you become Van Dijk. To recover now, keep Virgil where he was. Why do you take him forward? Because now, oh, hold on, you have red flags. Yeah, that's always, timing is bad if you have the red flags. And that's a mistake from your opponent. You should have passed to his striker. See, if he passes it here to his striker, that's a 100% goal. You see it, but you can't. You don't have the least chance to cover that anymore. So leave Virgil van Dijk where he is. Don't pull him out. And this in the 87th minute, and you're leading 3 goals. Don't pass this pass to your striker. Keep it. You have so many players free. If you look around, the whole midfield is free. You don't have to rush it out. You don't have to rush forward. Take your time. Let him. This is great. Let him make the mistake, and then yeah, unlucky pass. Bit of a long pass, right? Again, Van Dijk. So see where he went? Oh, now you kept Gabriel there nicely. This is what he's for. So if you step out with your defender, which I mean, ever so often it happens, right? But now you switch in time to Gabriel, and then you stay with him. So there's no way he can pass dangerously, because he can only pass on the other side of the striker. He can only, and he doesn't, because that's not the dangerous. He can't score from there. So you cover him perfectly. You take control of the ball, and that's how you win the game. Nice job. Well done. So yeah, in general, if you look at this game, I would say your biggest takeaway would be keep your defense in line. Don't step out with your defender. So this is a game in Division 6, and I'm only in Division 5, so I realize there must be better analysts than I am. So yeah, come on with your feedback. Maybe I've missed some things, or maybe, we can learn together. And if you want your video analyzed, especially if you're in Division 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just send it over, and I'll be happy to look at it, and maybe together we can all get a little better and help each other out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Oh, I've never asked you this before, but you can subscribe, right?